What's up everybody, your boy MTBod here, and I'm here to inform and educate. Now there are a lot of dumb inequality stuff that ladies or women everywhere have to face every day that men are completely oblivious to. Now I'm not going to sit here and claim to be an expert on this stuff because my eyes were only open recently, and obviously I'm not a lady, so I haven't been experiencing these things firsthand. Throughout 2015, there are a lot of things I did notice that needs to be left in 2015, a lot of stupid mentalities and inequalities that should be left in 2015. Before we move on, let's define what feminism is. Now I know a lot of guys who hear the word feminism and run for the hills like they just saw Raven-Symoné without makeup. But that's not because they don't believe men and women are not equal, although there are some assholes who don't. But that's because feminism is saturated with a lot of crybullies. Let me elaborate that term because I'm going to be using it quite a bit. A crybully is someone who says they're offended when they go to church and the pastor says God is love rather than God might be love. A crybully is someone who says it's homophobic to read the nursery rhyme as Jack and Jill rather than Jack and John. A crybully is someone who says it's racist for the chef he works for to tell him to get black olives even though we're in the kitchen and there's more than one type of olives and you need to be specific. Well, just like every other movement worth fighting for, there are a lot of crybullies who are filled with ignorance and hate, and that should not be allowed to be the face of the movement and or religion. It's like letting ISIS or Boko Haram be the face of Islam. Everybody knows that Islam is a peace-loving religion. Just because there are few people in it filled with hate and madness does not mean that the whole religion is like that. It's the same thing with feminism. Just because there are few women who hate men, who are literally man-haters, does not mean that the movement of feminism stands for man-hating. Feminism is literally defined as the belief that women and men should have equal rights to education, employment, life choices, etc. etc. Now there are some things that men can do and women can't do, and vice versa, for reasons involving God, biology, evolution, or whatever it is you believe in. For example, a guy can pee standing up comfortably, a woman cannot. A woman can try to pee standing up, but I'm very sure it will be very messy for you. Likewise, women can get pregnant and men cannot. Although I did see a study that says in 2020 they're going to make it possible for men to get pregnant too, but all that's not going to work. But education and employment is not biology. Guys and girls should always have equal opportunity when it comes to education and employment. In terms of education, it has gotten better over the years, and by years I'm not talking like in the last 5 years, I'm talking in terms of decades and centuries. Like, it has gotten better for women over the last few years. I mean, there was a time where women were just walking baby makers that talk, and there are countries that still treat women as such, and it's actually refreshing to see there are people inside and out of those countries that are actively fighting to stop all this kind of tyranny. But as a general whole, you can't say it has gotten better. I mean, 2 of my closest friends in my course are both female and they're absolutely killing it. So there's no way you can tell me that the women cannot be educated or women should not be educated, because they can do it, and sometimes even better than a lot of guys. Employment, that's a bit tricky because I feel a lot of the misogyny and stuff you see in like the workforce, like what if you're already a misogynistic boss or whatever, misogynistic employee, you have a lot of other issues you need to sort out. Also, why is it like if a woman wants to be a carpenter or something, she'll be considered less of a woman? Likewise, if a man decides to be like a florist or something, he'll be considered less of a man. Why is it that a woman who wants to climb the CEO ladder will be made to feel she'll have to give up her family, her hobbies or whatever? She'll have to give up so much just to attain a role in which men comfortably sit in. And also, men who are like house husbands or stay-at-home dads should not be treated like they're less of a man, whether they're in that situation by choice or by circumstance. Now going into gender roles. Ladies, if a guy opens the door for you or offers to drive you home or offers to pay the cab for you to get home, please do not take that as him denying your ability to take care of yourself. That might be him just being polite. And also, guys, if you're on a date with a girl and she offers to like pay the bill or whatever, please do not take that as an insult to your manhood. I mean, there's so many guys out here with very fragile egos. Most men have very fragile egos, but that's actually a real talk for another day. I personally believe whoever asked who are on a date should pay for the date, because you asked the person to take their time out to be with you, and you all know time is money, so you got paid for that time. And also, while we're on that topic, ladies, please do not be afraid to ask a guy out. Don't have it in your head that it's the guy's job to ask you out. I mean, if you like a guy, the guy might like you back. He might just be a really shy guy, and you might never get that first date you've always wanted. 95% of the time you ask a guy out, he will say yes. The other 5% are probably not into girls. And even then, they might still say yes, and they come back to you later and be like, yo, I'm flattered, but I'm not into girls. Basically, what I'm saying in short is feminism should be embraced by everybody, regardless of your sex. If a woman wants to be a plumber, CEO, bodybuilder, let her. If a guy wants to be a house husband, florist, hairdresser, let him. Men and women should be allowed to make whatever life decisions they want to without the fear of being judged by society. We have free will, so we can make our decisions. Life is gonna treat you bad regardless, just in anything you want to do. Don't make it worse for everybody else just because you're sexist. Also, to the crybabies of feminism, stop poisoning the mind of young girls by forcing your twisted ideals into their lives and creating a whole new generation of man-haters. Stop trying to tell educated women what you think their life should be like based on what little info you have on them. And stop blaming the fact that a woman is in a bad situation on a guy. She might be in that situation because she's lazy. She might be in a bad situation because she's unqualified. She might be in a bad situation because she made a bad decision early in life. Hell, she might be in a bad situation just because she's unlucky. It can happen to literally everyone. Not all problems women face. Listen to what I said. Not all problems women face in this life are caused by men. Women can snake women the same way men can snake men. And that's just how life is. Basically, all the stuff I've covered in this video is like a tip of what feminism actually is. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not an expert on this, but I do honestly believe the stuff I've said in this video so far needed to be said. Hopefully I got at least one or two of you to have a proper think on the issue and spark some kind of discussion. Actually, in terms of discussion, I'd like to see some form of discussion going down in the comment section down below, because it's kind of the purpose of my real talk. Is I want to be able to spark a healthy discussion on all these kind of topics. And if you have anything related to feminism that I haven't said in this video, please let me know in the comments down below. With enough points, I'm actually make another feminism video in the future if you guys really want to. Anyway, that's it for now. Like this video if you did, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Snapchat, follow me on Instagram. I recently changed my Twitter handle. I can't remember if I said that in my previous video to this, but I did. I'll leave the handles, the new handle anyway, in the description down below. It might be on the screen as well. Alright guys, that's it for now. Love y'all, and I'll catch you guys later.